It all started with some small pimple on my face. At that time, I didn't know those marks were called butterfly rashes. I was in 11th standard, and doctors said it was just because of my teenage years. But as the days went by, it started becoming worse. Sometimes I even got mocked for my looks. That's how my insecurities began. Slowly, insecurities become my shadow. I visited many doctors and even tried homeopathy, but everyone keeps saying the same thing. It's just a teenage problem. It's alright, it's okay in teenage. Then slowly, I started getting tired from every little things. My joints started hurting badly. When I visited doctor, they said it was because of the iron deficiency and not eating properly. So I started taking iron and calcium supplement and even made healthy eating habits for almost a whole year. I took those medicines, but nothing improved. Then college started. Who doesn't dream about college, right? First year, excitement, a new journey, new friends. But for me, that where my horrible journey truly began. A dreadful nightmare. My joints started hurting more and more. I always tired, getting frequent fevers, one after another. At the same time, the comments about my face never stopped. You should consult a dermatologist and many more things. It becomes so painful to even cope up with my new surroundings and friend. I never told anybody because I thought maybe the problem was me. Maybe I was overreacting. My insecurities keep growing stronger. I didn't want to become a burden who couldn't even enjoy a normal life or college days. Then, then came the most horrific phase. It was during the COVID period I started having constant fever and it became difficult to even stand. Breathing became painful. I visited many hospitals, but my fever wouldn't go down. Then I got hospitalized because of the fever. I thought it was corona, but thankfully it wasn't. The fever continued for almost a whole month. It nearly become 2 months, but then I got admitted and whatnot. Finally, it stopped and I got discharged. The day I returned home, I suddenly developed a very high fever again. My vision became blurry. My eyes turned bloody red and I couldn't even get up on my own. I panicked because I couldn't see properly. I cried, and then lost consciousness. When I woke up, I was in the emergency ward at Ames. I still couldn't see anything clearly. I wasn't even able to get onto the stretcher by myself. My sister later explained how she and my mother somehow brought me here and there and got me admitted. Many tests were conducted to find the cause. I keep moving back and forth between the eye hospital and the ward. During the test, doctor found a lump around my neck. I underwent a surgery to remove it. My fever went down, but my eyes were still the same. More tests were done, but nothing was confirmed at first. Eventually, I got discharged and was told to come back to the OPD because one of the test results would take time. But the very next day, after reaching home, the fever started again, and once again, I got admitted and discharged repeatedly. I suffered in unbearable pain. I keep thinking maybe now everything is finally alright. Maybe my vision will slowly return. But then in September, the doctor told me your ANA test is positive, and we need to conduct more tests to confirm whether you have SLE or not. A few days later, I was diagnosed with SLE. I was only 18 years old, sitting in a wheelchair, diagnosed with a chronic illness that I would have to live with for the rest of my life. I started crying in front of the doctor. The doctor said it was very the doctor was very kind and gentle. It explained to me, you don't have to worry, it's alright, it's manageable. Just like sugar and BP. But I still cried. Yet somewhere deep inside I feel relieved because finally this pain had a name. Finally, it was not me. It truly something. I was not wrong. After a few days, I visited the eye hospital again. Vision in my left eye slowly started returning, but my right eyes was still not okay at all. I asked the doctor, when will I be able to see like before? And then, when he told me that because of the SLE, the retina of my right eyes had been permanently damaged. The tissue is dead. It's called macular infraction. At that point, I was mentally exhausted. I didn't know what to do anymore. I felt worthless. I felt like a burden on my family. I felt a burden on myself. Everything felt crushed. I kept asking myself, why me? What have I done so wrong? It affected my studies so badly, my confidence, my dreams, everything. Some people even commented on my disease, but my family never left my side. My sister, my father, my mother, my brother stood beside me throughout everything, especially my sister. She cared for me like a child. From taking me to the washroom to helping me overcome every difficult moment, she taught me how to stand up and start life again. Maybe she was the reason I am alive. I started again. This became my new normal. Yes, it affected my life deeply. I can't go outside that much or work daily like before because my body doesn't always allow it. I have to choose wisely what I can do and can't do. I can't even make plans with friends anymore because I got tired very easily because it's not okay for me now. I lost many things because of it. But in this process, I gained many things too. I gained confidence. I gained the spirit to never give up. Now I'm more positive. I cut toxicity out of my life and started prioritizing myself and my health. I smile more, work hard to achieve my goals. I realized I am much more capable than I ever thought I would be. I learned that I still can do anything, even with this disease. Even now, there are days when I get extremely tired. Some days I'm not even too able to get out of bed because of the morning stiffness. Some days my hands hurt so much that I can't even eat by myself or change my clothes. Some days I cannot stand up or walk properly. Some days my own body feel heavy for me. And some days even breathing become difficult. Some day I faint suddenly. There were also days when people mocked me for my moon face and my thin hair because of the medicines and illness. But everything became a little easier because I'm surrounded by the people who love me, care for me, and support me. And most importantly, I learned how to love myself too. Now, I take life step by step. Even if I fail, I start again and continue moving forward. I had developed a spirit that refused to give up. Even this year, I suffered from lupus pleuritis where fluid collect between my lungs and chest lining. It's making breathing painful, sleeping painful, walking painful, and whatnot. Then, because of the medications, I developed several oral ulcer on my tongue, and it became difficult to eat or even speak. A few weeks ago, I was diagnosed with shingles called herpes zoster, which happened because of my weak immunity. In this condition, the nerve on the one side of the body become infected. It's a virus. The pain feels like stabbing, attacks, and then painful blisters appear on that side of the body. It almost look like burns. It's extremely painful and unbearable. I'm still recovering from it. Doctor said it is common in the people with lupus because of the low immunity. So, if any of you are experiencing six symptoms, please contact doctor immediately because this condition can worsen rapidly if you ignore. At last, I just want to say this: lupus is like a storm. You never know what's coming. You never see what's coming next. You never know what challenge is waiting for you next. It's like a draw. You don't know what comes next. So learn to enjoy every little moment and live as happily as you can. And for those who still don't know the name behind their pain, if you notice symptoms, ask your doctor to properly test. In lupus, one of the worst things is not getting diagnosed early and silently suffering for years. There will always be people who don't understand your pain. There will be insecurities, fear, loneliness, but slowly learn to stop focusing on others and start focusing on yourself, your healing, your happiness. You are much more stronger than you think. Throughout my journey, I have heard so many different stories from fellow lupis. Every lupus warrior has a different battle, a different pain, a different journey. Some people are fighting battles far more difficult than mine, and hearing their stories taught me one more important thing. Every single person going through this is incredibly strong. Please respect every lupus journey, even if you cannot fully understand it. Chronic illness does not look like same for everyone. Some people suffer silently in ways world can see, can't understand. To every lupus warrior who is hearing this, you are strong, hopeful, brave, and amazing. Even on the days when you feel tired of fighting, please remember that your strength is inspiring in ways you may never realize. Life does not end here, it keeps going, and so will you.